Hello there, welcome to Augment Tech. So in this lecture we have to discuss about introduction to Revit family. So after the end of this lecture you would be able to understand what is Revit family. Okay, after that I will show you the types of family in Revit, and then we have to discuss the hosted and unhosted families. So let's start. So what do you understand by Revit family? See here, a Revit family is a group of objects that are combined to create a single reusable component. So family is what? It is a component, you can say. Suppose if I talk in architecture, so in architecture you know that if you have created wall, so we have to place the window, door, so window, door, and if you are placing any other component like table, desk inside the room like bed, okay, so that is called as a component or family. Okay, so sometime we have a group that family is not a single component. So the group of object or group of component that are combined to create a single component is also called as a family. For example, let's say if you are creating any component which is made up of group of component like bed only. If you take the example of bed, so in bed we have to create many. Bed is made up of group of component na? So that is called as a family. So the families can be created in Revit and saved for later use in other project. So you can create the family in Revit and save it for the later use. Now here some example is given. Example of family such as doors, windows, furnitures, columns, beam, ductwork, pipework, etc. Okay. Now the next topic which we have to discuss here, it is types of Revit family. So basically Revit family may be classified into three types. In that, first is system family, second one loaded family, and third is in place family. So we have to discuss this one by one. So what is system family? See, system family are those family which we cannot create, delete, but we can modify by duplicating it. For example, wall, duct, pipes, etc. So let's see this in our software Revit. So for that, here I have opened the software. So when you open the Revit software, here you will get this type of window. It is called as a recent file window. Why? Because whatever project recently or whatever file recently you have saved, here you will get the preview of that file. Okay, so this window is called as a recent file window, or you can say welcome window. Here you will get the option model. Hit on new. Now hit on browse. Now under English Imperial, in which unit you want to work? So if you want to work in Imperial unit, like if you want to work in feet, pound, inches, so you have to select the English Imperial. From here you can go back, and if you want to work in metric, so you have to select the English. Okay, so I want to work in Imperial, so hit on English Imperial. Here you will get the different discipline. Suppose you want to run the HVAC services, so you have to open the mechanical default. Mechanical discipline, then you can run it. For plumbing discipline. For electrical services you have to hit on, but I want to draw architecture layout. Okay, so for that you have to hit on default. Actually default is our architecture discipline. Select that default and see it is opening in which file? .rt. Open it. Okay, so now here you can see the Revit user interface shown here. Already I have discussed about the user interface of Revit. Now in left side, in right side, you will get the project browser. Here you can see the floor plan, ceiling plan, elevation is shown. Okay, you can draw. In left side you will get the properties. So now what I want to discuss here, I want to show you what is system family. So as I have shown you that system family are those family which we cannot create or delete, but we can modify by duplicating it. For example, wall. So see here, if you want to create a wall, hit on I want to try. Suppose I want to delete this family. So there is any option is given for delete? No, you cannot delete this family. Even you cannot create also. Only you can modify this family by duplicating it. Suppose if you select the wall, here you will get the, in properties, here you will get the different types of door. See, just hit on this drop down list. We have a exterior bricks wall, generic wall, and interior curtain wall. Everything is given. Suppose I want to draw the 6-inch wall. So generic 6-inch I have selected wall from here. Okay, and then draw it as per your requirement. So now hit on this wall. Suppose from draw panel I am selecting rectangle shape. Draw the wall like this. See, in 3D the wall which we have drawn, it is shown here. Now it is in hidden wireframe. If you want to change in shaded, so from here you can change the realistic shaded. See, the wall is created. So it is of 6-inch wall. Okay, now come here in floor plan. I want to see the floor plan. So this is, so now suppose I don't want 6-inch wall, I want some other thickness of wall like 10-inch. But when I'm seeing here, when I'm selected the wall here, 10-inch wall is not given. So no problem. You can select any of the wall like generic 6-inch or generic 5-inch. So I have selected generic 6-inch. Hit on edit type. As I told you that we cannot create this system family or delete, but we can modify it by duplicating it. So first hit on duplicate, then give the name. Suppose I want to draw 10-inch wall I want. So I have given the name generic 10-inch. Okay. Now here you will get the option edit. Hit on that. See, presently it is showing thickness of wall 6-inch, but you want 10-inch. So you can modify it 10-inch and okay. Now see, the wall width is showing 10-inch now. Hit on okay. And see, here you will get the name also which you have saved. Just select that and draw it. Select the rectangle shape if you want to select any type of. Now if you want to check the thickness of this wall, use the dimension align command, and here hit on wall faces. From this point to this point, see, the thickness is showing 10-inch. Okay, so you can, in system family, you can modify it by duplicating it. So this is called as a system family. Now the next one is loaded family. So what is loaded family? See, loaded families are those family which we can load in our existing project. For example, door, window, fitting, etc. Okay, so door, window, fitting is available in Revit by default, but if you want some other types of door, so you have to load it, okay, from Revit library. So let's see in Revit. So already just delete this wall. Already I have created one wall. Now in this wall I want to place the door. Okay, so what we have to do, architecture tab, build panel, here door option is given. Hit on that door. Otherwise you can use the shortcut also, DR. Hit on door. See, in property you will get only one types of door is available, single flush type of door, and different dimension is given. So you can select any of the dimension, suppose, and then place it where you want to place. Just take the mouse there. Suppose I want to place here, place it. Automatically it will place. You can see in 3D view also. See, the door is placed. Now if you want to do anything, you can do it. You can increase this height, width, everything. Okay. So, but the question is, I'm talking about the loaded family. Suppose you don't want this type of door. You want some other types of door. Door is a family, na? You want some other types of door. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to load that door from Revit library in your existing project. How to load? First, you have to select the door. Then here you can see load family option is given. Hit on that. And in that, in which unit you are working. If you are working in interior, select English interior. From here, you have to select the door. Okay. And which type of door you want? Commercial. Select the commercial door. You can see the preview. So I want this type of door, suppose. Different types of door is available. Okay. I want this type of door. So I have selected and load it, open it. Okay. So now you can see the door exterior double door is loaded. Now you can select that door and place it where you want. So I want to place it here, so I have selected this one. Now you can delete this wall if you don't want. Okay, now see in 3D the door which we have placed. Okay, you can increase the height, everything from edit type. Just select that door, hit on edit type. Here you will get properties of that, width, height. You can change as per your requirement. Okay, so loaded family is what? The family which we are loading in our existing project. It is called as a loaded family. Okay, now come to next one, in place family. In place family, this type of family can be created in project itself, but cannot be saved externally as a loaded family. Suppose if you are creating architecture layout and you have create any family in project itself, so that type of family is called as a in place family. But remember, we cannot save externally that family as a loaded family. Okay, in project we are creating itself. Okay, that is called as a in place family. So this is all about the types of family. Now, here one point is written, all above family which we have discussed, system, family, loaded family, in place family, are of two categories. What are that? In that, first is hosted family and second one is unhosted family. Okay. So hosted family is what? The family which are dependent on some work plane is called as a hosted family. For example, door, window, lights, etc. You know that if you are placing the door, so door is dependent on wall. If you have created wall, then only you can place the door. Okay, same way window also. You can't place the door anywhere. We need wall. Okay, same way for light. If you want to place the light, so here you can place the light in the slab or false ceiling only. Okay, anywhere we cannot place. Let's see the example of this hosted family in Revit. So here you can see, here we have created the wall. Okay, I am talking about the hosted family. As I told you that hosted family are those family which is dependent on some work plane. So if you want to place the door or window, anything, just hit on door. Suppose I'm trying to place the door here, but see, any option is given? No, we can't place, because if you want to place the door, so this is dependent, okay, on work plane. So when you take the mouse near to wall, then only the door is visible, because door is dependent on wall. Okay, same thing, if you want to create window, hit on window. Suppose I want to place the window, but I am trying to place the window here. See, it is not showing. But when you take the mouse near to this wall, then the window is visible, you can see, because this is a hosted family. Okay, same way I have placed one window here, one window here, or you can just place it anywhere. Okay, so I think now all of you know about the hosted family, okay, which is dependent on work plane. Same way, now come to next one, unhosted family. So unhosted family is what? The family which are independent on some work plane is called as an unhosted family. For example, here FCU, AHU, chiller, or anything like in case of architecture, if you want to place any component like desk, table, okay, inside the room. So desk or table is a unhosted family, because this is not dependent on work plane. You can place anywhere. Let's see the example in Revit. So for that, here you can see already I have created. Suppose inside this room I want to place the desk or table anywhere. So any component, so hit on architecture tab, build panel, component. So in property you will get the component desk, and many other component is given. Trees is also given. Okay, so suppose I want to place the desk. So see, select that desk and you can place anywhere, because desk is not dependent on any work plane. Okay, you can place anywhere as per your requirement. Okay, same way many other components are there, you can place it. Suppose you want to place any trees, so you can place it. Select the tree and place it. You can see in 3D we have placed the desk here. Same way, if you want to place the bed, Okay, so for that also we do bed is not required any work plane, you can place anywhere. Okay, so this type of family is called as a unhosted family. Okay, so now the topics which we have covered in this session, first of all we have learned about what is Revit family, then we have discussed the types of family. After that we have learned hosted and unhosted family. So this is all about introduction to Revit family. I hope all of you enjoy this session. See you in next one.